You know, for the longest time, the Black Clover fandom has been absolutely dumped on. My Hero Academia is way better. Everybody says Black Clover is the worst new series that is popular. And man, the last 20 some odd chapters, because I read about 20 some odd chapters to catch up. Last time I read it, I want to say Black Clover was on 175. We're on 197 as of the recording of this video, heading into 198. And man, Black Clover, baby. If you caught the stream, which every Friday we probably going to be streaming, talking about the chapters, just a heads up there. But if you caught the stream, then you know that I'm really right now at a point with the manga that I read and that I'm currently caught up with. And I'm caught up with a couple of them. You know, I'm caught up with Boruto, I'm caught up with Dragon Ball Super, I'm catching up to Attack on Titan, I'm caught up with One Piece, and I'm caught up with Black Clover. And I gotta say, don't get me wrong, because I enjoy what I read, right? You know, like I enjoy all of them, but Black Clover right now is in the running for my current favorite. It's hard because One Piece, Wano is like the potential is building and building and building, but right now we're in the building stage with One Piece, so you can't really go there with that. And then just the other series is like, oh, they're good, but oh man, there's something about Black Clover. And again, we have a lot to talk about. We got the devil, the new big villain, the Kaguya Otsutsuki, except done actually correctly and very hypely. Like, yo, oh my god, so much to talk about Black Clover. But I gotta say again, until I catch up with My Hero, I'm about 10-15 chapters behind on My Hero Academia and a couple other series. Black Clover right now, it might just be the favorite. It's definitely went way up there respect wise. How can you disrespect Black Clover when you see what's been going on right now? The arc that right now we're kind of steering away from the war against the elves because of the big revelation, which, man, that was a bombshell. I ain't gonna lie. The devil, bro, the devil, what? So yeah, crazy stuff there, but Black Clover greatness, baby. Without further ado, let's jump into the madness.
You gotta live with that, you gotta give it back. You must know, but I'm sure that you don't. Everything good always comes to an end. Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I hope you know that wherever you go and whoever you meet won't be better than me. And I hope you know when it's all said and done, I was the best one. Yeah, you know.
So definitely something that I caught on in the past 20 or so chapters, because again, it was about 175 where I was last caught up. It definitely showcases that they're trying to put a very big emphasis on each of the Black Bull members. Now, thankfully, it doesn't seem like Black Clover is wrapping up, but then I guess some people could interpret it with the big reveal again of the devil being behind the entire fallout between the elves and the humans. But then there's setups like what happened with Charmy and her heritage of the dwarfs, which Charmy, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Charmy gave me, if you any Bleach readers out there, the 1,000-Year Blood War, Charmy reminded me of a combination between Toshiro Hitsugaya when he went into his adult form, mixed with Komamura with the whole big wolf stuff. Like, it was just insanity with Charmy. And again, we're gonna get there. I know I'm just all over the place, but I'm just really hyped to talk about Black Clover. It's been a while, and catching up, Black Clover has shown that it very well could be one of, if not the best. And again, One Piece fans will probably laugh at it, whatever. It is what it is. I know how it be, but Black Clover is one of the better series in Jump now. You cannot deny that Black Clover has not improved dramatically. You know, when Yuno steps in a scene now, you know, 100 chapters ago, I would have been like, oh, cool, whatever. Now I'm like, Yuno's here, baby. Asta's here. We have an incredible fight, which I gotta just throw in this in here as well before we jump into even more, you know, diving deep. If Yuno and Asta really couldn't mess with, and what was it? Was it lit or was it the fake lit when they tried to charge at him and they were basically nothing towards him? I want to say it was lit, but either way, this devil being the big giant creature that is supposed to be the mastermind, how are they going to take him out if they couldn't? You know what I'm saying? The captains is going to have to throw some work in there. Jack the Ripper, he's already been putting in work. We need more. Yami, although everybody's tired as well because of the war, which again, a perfect thing. It showcases the depth of how Black Clover is now trying to change and bring up almost a discussion, you know what I'm saying, in and of itself within the story, because it's showing that in a very simplistic way, the devil used the tactic of divide and conquer to destroy the beauty that the humans and elves had all those years ago when he created, you know, that grimoire was made, the grimoire of despair. So a lot of interesting stuff, and I might even cover these if you guys want them enough. I'll do it in-depth deep dives on what we have so far with the Devil and Black Clover, what's going on with the new captains, a lot of the great fights. Like, there's just so much to talk about. But going back to my original point is that it seemed as though a lot of this series for the past 20 chapters has been giving us a lot of introspectiveness and giving a moment, shall I say, to each of the Black Bull members. I'm curious moving forward if we're going to have less of the Black Bull members around, because it seems as though it was almost very important in this arc in particular for Yuki Tabata to give each and every member, again, their shining moment, more into their backstory. Henry, which I love Henry, I always say it, that is 100% inspired by Masaku Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. This whole series takes inspiration from everything great from Shonen and has now shown that it's doing its own thing with all of these great tropes, designs, elements, and everything. Because Henry's backstory, it was very touching. And seeing, you know, again, throwing the classic, friendship stuff in there and whatnot, but it still showcased, again, he had his moment, which is making me really think. Again, we had Charmy and her big battle. On top of that, you gotta think, the Black Bulls have advanced dramatically, and they probably always were like that. They were just underachievers, because Charmy took out a captain that was even stronger than, because you could argue that most of these people that have been infected or taken over by the malice from, you know, this whole elf situation, they're a lot stronger than they normally were. So if Charmy could do that, and a lot of the Black Bull members, Finral against his brother, knocking his brother into some sense, he gave him that Naruto talk no jutsu punch into the good side, you know what I'm saying? With all of these things, you got to think the Black Bulls are kind of getting to a point of being overpowered. You know what I'm saying? Asta right now is going up against, which I hope not. I hope him and Yuno don't immediately take out the Devil. That would be trash. If they, which I don't think so. I don't think Tabata is anywhere close to wrapping the story up yet. But if he did, that would be absolutely horrible, because there's still so much to grow. We just now seen that Asta has said, and by the way, I'm going off the official translation. So if some terms or techniques or whatever is off, it's because I'm going off the official translations, and I know a lot of people don't really use those, or there's people that don't really even know that they exist. So yeah, there's that. And again, regarding the advancement, Asta has said that in his demonic form, in his black form as he calls it, he can only go 2.5 times at this point, and then he's pooped and he needs to be revitalized. So he could go once, he could go twice, and then the third time it like gets cut in half of the normal amount of time he can be in that state. I'm curious to see what the entire connection of everything culminating with this leads to. Like, okay, what is the Devil's connection to Asta and Yuno and their powers? Because it's clear as day. Come on, Asta's the demon and Yuno is the angelic person. You know, Yuno is with the light magic, Asta takes away magic. So it's definitely seeming, well, you know, God magic, you know what I'm saying? But you get the whole idea. It definitely seems as though there's a connection to there. I hope that this devil or this demon, because some people have been referring to it as demon again. I don't know what translations people are using, but whatever. The devil, I hope that there's more. I hope there's something even bigger. If he's just an entry level threat, that would be insane, because he already looks like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? He tricked. You think about it. This is, if you Naruto fans, y'all know it's true. This is Kaguya Otsutsuki done correct. This is a badass villain. This guy is sick and sadistic. The character design, Yuki Tabata only knows how to do that sick, nasty, creepy look that these characters be having. And then seeing, which, forgive me how you pronounce the name. I don't know if it's Patri, I don't know if it's Patroli, I don't know if it's Patori. I've seen like 5 different ways to pronounce it. But, you know, the fake lit. He was tricked. Essentially, he was Madara. You know what I mean? Which, I hate to say that in a bad context, because I know if y'all follow my Naruto reviews, I love me some Madara Uchiha, but that's essentially what happened, except in an even doper way. Because now this guy, okay, first of all, because it seems as though in Shonen manga, once a character that fakes an identity gets revealed to be who they really are, they start looking a little less impactful, I want to say. Because Patroli or Patroli or, oh my god, I sound like I have a broken accent, I'm trying to speak English, but he is not as cool as he was when he was pretending to be lit. I'll just say that. And it reminds me of Obito Uchiha when he was pretending to be Madara. Like, and I know the Naruto comparisons. I know. Deal with it, okay? Because I'm in the zone right now, the Black Clover greatness zone. It seems as though he's not really as hype, but then seeing him getting tricked and everything, like, just imagine, because his entire existence up until this point, since he's been reincarnated, has been to get this revenge. You know what I mean? he did all of this, the fact that, look what happened to Julius, you know what I mean, the Magic Emperor, what happened there, betraying William Vengeance, betrayed himself, all over a lie. All over a lie. You could argue that that this is Black Zetsu, Kaguya, whatever you want to call the devil, that's essentially what Patrolli became. And honestly, I'm looking at that character like, you ain't as cool as you was. I want to see what the real Lit was like. And when the devil said that particular thing, you brought forth a future that Lit would have never wanted. And the horror, like Yuki Tabata's art, the horror in Patrolli's eyes, when that is said, you could see that, oh my god, what have I done? Leading everybody into war. The big revelation too, which I can't remember, was it Raya or Vito? I want to say it was Raya that said he knew from day one that there was something off about that day because he could tell lies. And then when the big revelation came out, bam, that was the devil decided. Honestly, the revelation of that has blown open the possibilities for Black Clover now going even further, because we know at the end of the day the big main villain, or we assume, I'm imagining the big threat is something with the demons, right? Because the very first, or the very beginning of it shows the first Magic Emperor fighting against that giant demon. Again, kind of reminds me of the 10 Tails or the 9 Tails, whichever one you want to go with from Naruto, but it seems that that's the overall endgame boss, right? If this devil was using, deception to bring forth that, it's going to be interesting. I hope, honestly, again, I really hope that this devil, maybe he gets a little surprised, but I really hope that Asta and Yuno aren't the ones that solely take this guy out. Again, they couldn't take out Patrolli back then. Lit is way stronger, which, again, it might have been Lit, I'm not sure, but either way, this devil should be stronger than all of them. And if they couldn't take these guys, like, I don't want to see that happen, but I loved that last panel, the very last chapter, 197, flawless, with Asta and Yuno charging in. Honestly, Black Clover has been stupendous. Again, from all the Black Bulls getting shiny moments, seeing Yami and Jack the Ripper letting loose like that, yeah, they've had some great battles. Seeing that the Black Bulls have advanced, I'm just hoping, again, it doesn't go like a Naruto Shippuden-esque route in terms of like abandoning, like getting to see this collective, because that's what happened with Naruto. Let's be honest, the Konoha 11, every character had their moments, and then bam, it was the Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura crying show for the rest of, Naruto from Shippuden on. I'm hoping that it's not that we're getting all these great moments and backstories of all these characters, because it's going to soon kind of fade away from this camaraderie that we've obtained with Black Clover and all the Black Bulls. Honestly, I love this collective. I think the group has just been phenomenal. Again, Finral versus his bro, Magna, everybody has just shown their stuff. I would argue it's funny because you're not Charmy. Charmy had one of the better moments of this arc, and this arc has been bomb. You know what I mean? Every time when Yuno first shows up, seeing Fuegoleon and his sister. Oh my god. Fuegoleon's sister, which I still can't pronounce her name. I know I'm horrible. Marileona? I don't know. I'm terrible. But seeing Fuegoleon and his sister. Oh my gosh. You can definitely see that there's going to be, after all is said and done with this arc, because this arc has been kind of, if you think about it, yeah, different things have been happening. Now we got the introduction of the devil in between the stuff with the, elves and stuff like that. But you can see that there's going to be something even grander. Because at first, for a while, I'm not going to lie, I thought it would have been that Fuegoleon would have allowed his sister to take over as captain. But seeing the backstory of his sister is kind of like a vagabond. She doesn't want to be held down, and she's not going to want to hold that position. I'm imagining she's going to give the position back to her brother. I just hope it doesn't become again a Naruto thing of like she's like the Tsunade and she becomes the new Magic Emperor now that Julius is dead. Assuming Julius is dead, because some people are saying, no, it's not. He's going to be 100% back. I don't know. We'll see, but it's going to be interesting moving forward, because again, Fuegoleon's sister, seeing her fight with Vito, and Vito is weakened, right? Because at the end of the day, I think they can only get him to the age of like 15 or 17, so she's fighting a weakened Vito, and he's still giving her work. That shows how much of a threat and how much of a monster Vito was. I mean, it was weird that they brought a lot of these people back that we already defeated, but it is what it is, because it's bringing great fights again, and I think that that's one thing that Black Clover has packed. There's not many series right now that is an action series that is truly delivering. Like, you could say, oh, it's mindless, and you could say, oh, it's not giving as much plot. Exposition wise, Black Clover has stepped it up majorly. When there's a lot of dialogue and it's actually giving you stuff that is like, oh shit, let me remember that, that's probably going to be important for something later, that it's going in the right direction. And I think that's what changed the tune for a lot of Black Clover fans, is the fact that, or got a lot of people on board for that matter, Black Clover has stepped it up in the writing department. It's built things up. It's adding a lot more context. It's adding a lot more plot twists and revelations. And you could argue, yeah, maybe you've seen some of it, seen and done, but it's doing it in its own way now, and it's really starting to, again, pave a new path of like, Black Clover might really, you know, back in the day, it was One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, and that order of popularity worldwide. Nowadays, of course, One Piece is always going to be there because, you know, One Piece is the giant. But in terms of the popularity, My Hero has been over Black Clover. I don't know how much longer that's going to hold true, considering things is getting real serious and nasty, and this arc has been phenomenal. So many questions. I guess I want to start asking you guys, for starters, what do you think about the big plot twist revelation that the entire time the war between the humans and the elves and the distaste and the malice and everything was brought forth by the devil tricking them, using divide and conquer, pretty much Petroli's whole life being a lie, you know what I mean? Him being reincarnated, all he's been trying to do is gear everyone up to do this whole big fight against humans and take the humans out. Little did he know that he was being tricked and duped. And honestly, I don't feel real bad for Petroli, just because, like, yo, you look how you did Julius, bro. He treated you with love and respect, and you did him like that? Nah, bro. You gotta take this L. Also, what do you think about Asta and Yuno versus this devil right now? Do you think that this devil is the true leader of the demonic stuff in this series, or there's going to be an even bigger threat? I mean, if we've seen like that giant-sized demon that was at the beginning of the series that the first Magic Emperor had to fight, I don't think that this is the end game boss. And if it is, he has a very, well, or a much grander form of some sort, because, like, don't get me wrong, that design is sick as hell, but I think this is just the beginning for this whole demon clan stuff, and it's gonna be freaking insane. And your raw thoughts and expectations, Black Clover right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's running with the torch from all the fights, and I know I didn't cover each and every single fight, but most of them were just like incredible fights. A lot of them were just simplistic, really cool stuff, but man, the payoffs in the end. And how do you see this arc ending? I mean, at some given point, because it's not like, unless we're gonna last the rest of the series going from one event to event to event, at some given point, probably once this devil gets defeated or gets knocked back, then we're gonna have our time where maybe either the elves is gonna sacrifice themselves, because there's no way at this point for redemption. Like, Petroli, there's no redemption for him. He did too much, he caused too much. Maybe he could pull a Nagato at the end. Oh god, I hope that's not the case. I hope he doesn't pull a Nagato and give up his life to restore, like, Julius. And I mean, I love Julius, I ain't gonna lie, and I just don't see Black Clover killing him off, but that's going to sour a lot of people to the series if they bring him back in that form, unless I missed something and he's been confirmed to be alive all along. I don't know, but honestly, Black Clover has just been absolute greatness. Your overall thoughts and expectations moving forward from this, honestly, I want to see again the devil gets knocked back, because, like, now that the elves aren't working alongside the devil, it's him versus everybody. Unless he could bring more of his people over, it's him against everybody. Once the captains of them show up, he's going to have to dip out, and it's going to be interesting to see, or it could lead into him activating something and then bam. But I think Petroli, I think anybody that is an elf that doesn't have a body of a human, they have to die, because there's no redemption. Like, what, they're gonna put them in wizard jail, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I see Petroli, they could try the redemption thing, but I really don't want it. He was a scumbag through and through. Like, don't do it now. I mean, I guess William Vengeance could come back and do that at the end. Your overall thoughts and expectations for 198 moving forward. Black Clover greatness, baby. We back. Expect the My Hero catch up soon. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit the bell to get all notifications. And if you want to support my music, check out links in the description on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, SoundCloud. You name it, it's there. My beautiful hell. I'm Finette World. And as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Oh, can't forget the music. Have an awesome day. Black Clover greatness!
For now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite for never.
No matter how you feel, yeah.